The Corbally Canal is an enigma. It's a mystery canal, an intriguing canal, in that it was built almost as an afterthought to the Naas branch of the canal, which was completed in 1789, the year of the French Revolution. And it in turn came about when a number of prominent local squires and landowners around Naas saw that the Grand Canal, the main line of the Grand Canal, was bypassing Naas and was travelling from Sallins west through the county. And they said, we want a slice of this canal action, because the canal, of course, was the technological revolution of its day. So they formed a company with the grandiose title of the County of Kildare Grand Canal Company, and raised the capital to build a branch of about 4 miles from the main line near Sallins into Naas. Then there was also a notion at some stage for an extension further into the countryside, and that's where the Corbally Canal comes in. Nobody quite knows where its builders, where its planners intended to go. There is correspondence from an engineer known as John Killaley, who was surveying as far away as Hackettstown and Baltinglass and Kiltegan on the Wicklow-Carlow boundary for the line of a canal. And it is thought that this would have been the ultimate destination of the Corbally Canal. But in any event, all his endeavours came to naught, because the promoters of the Corbally Canal very quickly ran out of money, and it just stopped in the middle of nowhere, here in this townsland, somewhere between Naas and Newbridge and Kilcullen, with no obvious destination, no obvious industry or settlement. Eventually, after it was built in 1810 and opened, it seems that the main traffic on it was that produced by a mill, later a malting mill, located about 4 miles to the west of here in the Liffey Valley at Garvan. A family called Reeves owned that mill from the late 1800s, and it seems that they were the main users of the canal, and they even commissioned their own boat, their own barge, to transport the malt from Corbally to James's Street in Dublin for the Guinness's brewery. Other than that, there is little enough information on the kind of traffic that was on the canal. Well, Corbally Harbour's main importance to the Naas branch is as a supply of water. A stream runs into the harbour and you can hear it gurgling even if you can't see it with all the foliage. And that feeds the harbour, that feeds the 7 kilometres or so of the Corbally branch into Naas Harbour. But certainly Corbally is an important feeder, and it explains why, even though traffic on the canal finished as far back as 1953, nonetheless the Canal Authority in its various forms have ensured a basic level of maintenance for the Corbally branch to ensure that the supply of water flows onwards into the Naas branch and onwards into the main line. It seems that traffic on the Corbally branch had declined greatly as the 20th century progressed. And in 1950, CIE, who were the canal company, applied for permission to be relieved of responsibility for its maintenance. In 1953, the government issued an order to that effect. And since then, no boat of any kind has moved on the Corbally branch other than perhaps canoeists.